What is up, guys and girls? It's a psychedelic meathead, Ben Johnston. I hope you lot have been enjoying my vlogs on the series of me being in Ecuador. And I'm still in Ecuador as I speak, and I have countryside all around me. So in today's video, I would like to talk about being paralyzed by fear, because many people who I meet on this journey of life become paralyzed by fear. Now, I've worked many different jobs, and one job which I've worked over the years quite a lot is inside Amazon, inside the warehouse. That job is whatever you make of it. Some people are going to have negative things to say, some people will say positive things to say. I'm not going to make a video about that. I have my experiences there, and it is what it is. It's one of them subjects, but that's not what I'm going to talk about today. What I'm going to talk about is meeting people who have so much to give this beautiful world, but they become paralyzed by their own fear. Now, I am not someone who gets paralyzed by fear that often, but I have done in the past. I can discuss some of the situations where I have been paralyzed by fear, and that comes down to my learning difficulties. Speaking, I have no problem with, but that's not how it started. When I was young, I had to see a speech therapist because I couldn't say certain words. And even now, you might hear when I say remember, and I say remember, I can't even fake it right now. It's just the way how I say it. And I can say remember, but I say it a bit strange sometimes. And a few other words you probably notice when you watch some of the videos. But I was able to overcome that fear, and through experience and not shutting my mouth, I was able to become better and improve that skill. But at the same time, I am also dyslexic. I also have dyspraxia, and I also have ADD. So with my dyslexia, I was always paralyzed, and I'd always get like this crazy sinking feeling in my stomach. If someone gave me a piece of paper and I had to fill something out, I would lose my mind, and I would get sweaty palms, and people were going to think I'm stupid. And again, there was many times when I was in these situations and people were like saying things that weren't the nicest things to be said, and I would just laugh and brush it off, but it has an effect, and it can push down on your confidence. The same as like my ADD, to pay attention. But again, like if you notice a lot of the time, my eyes are constantly moving. Because I'm always alert. I'm always trying to see what's around me and my surroundings. I'm not very good in the classroom setting. And how many people who are watching this video have the same situation where you find it hard to sit down and study. That's why I left school at the age of 15 and a half. Kind of through bad behavior. I was allowed to sit my GCSEs, but if you ask me what I got, I have no idea. My education kind of stopped, and then I had self-education, but that come from the journey of life. So I was paralyzed by fear a lot, and to be able to get the courage to come on these journeys, what I go on, it's been a long path, but it always comes down to observing my behavior, seeing how I am in certain situations, trying to find ways how to build confidence. Now, the roads I went down to build confidence, I'm not saying that you should go down the same roads as me, because they weren't necessarily the healthiest roads to go down on this journey of building confidence. But going to the gym, it gave me something to focus on, because it's you versus yourself. And I mean, this lockdown won't last forever. If you're someone watching this video and you want to get back into shape, or get in shape for the first time in your life, this is a good way to build confidence. I'll give you a little bit of advice. Watch videos on YouTube of how to do correct form and how to have your posture, because they will help you a long way. And I always see new people come into the gym. I mean, they dress great, they have the nicest clothes, the nicest headphones and the nicest phones, but they have no clue of what they're doing. They're clued up with people's lives in the reality TV malarkey, but they have no education of what they're actually doing when they're in that place. So educate. Anything you want to do in your life, educate yourself. You want to travel, watch videos of people who are going on that journey. You want to become a dancer, become sick, become obsessed. And again, that's how you stop to be paralyzed by fear. If you want to dance in your room, dance until your feet hurt. You know, dance until your ankles hurt. If you want to run, just put on some shoes and start to run. But listen to your body and don't be afraid to invest money into your body, because there will be many people who will not think twice about wasting money on something, a new pair of shoes if you're running is a good investment, but you know what I mean, wasting money on buying a £1,000 iPhone, but they won't invest money in going to see someone who can maybe fix and realign their body, and that was me as well. But being paralyzed by fear isn't just a simple, hey guys, if you're paralyzed by fear, do this one trick, because that's bullcrap. And I don't like listening to bullcrap from people. It's tedious, and it's just, I don't really have any time for it, to be honest with you. You know, to alleviate this fear we have, it's not a simple fix. So again, them little tips, just try to really educate yourself. Now, another one as well, what I find great is, I mean, if you like to read, amazing. If you have the attention span and you can sit down and read a book, but we live in a world where we find it hard, you know, we're all caffeined up to our eyeballs, our diets aren't necessarily great, and yeah, we find that hard. So Audible, download the app Audible, and audiobooks. For someone like me who's dyslexic, I use audiobooks all the time. I'm always listening to something new. I go through phases where I'm listening to a book a week, and sometimes it's a book a month. Sometimes it's not a book at all in that month, but at the same time I have my library and about all different subjects. But it's good to listen, it's good to get an understanding of somebody else's experience towards life, and see the journeys what they went on as well. Some of my favorite books, like I mentioned in my vlog the other day, like David Goggins. Again, listening to that book, I've listened to that book 3 times, and each time I find myself in a rut, I listen to this book and I want to carry the boats. I want to do 1 million push-ups and you know, embark on a crazy journey. But his story is beautiful, so that's a recommendation, which is good to do as well. And then also putting yourself in situations, just, you know, making yourself get a little bit uncomfortable sometimes, seek a little bit of discomfort. And that could be, I know it sounds crazy, but to eliminate being paralyzed by fear, again, cold showers. Because especially in the wintertime, you have that warm shower, you're like, oh my God, this is amazing. Crank it freezing cold. Then you start to get rid of the fear, and you realize that it's just a sensation in your body for a couple of seconds, and then your body starts to really enjoy the coldness. So what else can I try to give advice about being paralyzed by fear? Going back to the world of Amazon, so many people who I work with, it's just, I see the fire in their eyes, the twinkle in their eyes kind of fade off and kind of disappear, and they just, don't be stuck in a rut and think that just because you have job security, that's the answer and that's what you should do, and that my job gives me a paycheck every single week, so therefore that's my security. I can't risk losing my job. Please, yes you can. I mean, as long as you're not necessarily married and with children, but if you're on your own, please just embark on a journey to discover yourself, and again, let go of these attachments you have to a sort of job or to an ideology. Don't be married to your beliefs. There's another one about being paralyzed by fear. Once you become married to your beliefs, it's very hard for you to move forward in life, because you're stuck in that one way of thinking, and it's hard for you to have a dialect and a intellectual conversation with somebody. How can you have a conversation if you think that you're right and your ideas are right and nobody else is right? So listen as well. Close your mouth, open them 2 ears which are on the side of your lovely head, and listen. Okay, this is just a quick video I just wanted to make about being paralyzed by fear. If you found it interesting, just give me a like, subscribe, comment, whatever you want, ask me questions. I don't really know what to say and what videos to make for the future. I just kind of go with the flow, and whatever I feel on that day, I kind of just speak from my emotions and how I feel. So again, ciao, meow, and have a great day, and do not be paralyzed by fear.